Good morning. This is Andrea Proeber with Great Expectations Realty. So, what's up, Ocala? I hope your week went well. Mine was pretty good this week. Well, until the weekend anyway. Let's see. We went and sent in for our business license over in our Denellen branch office that's opening up. So as soon as that gets approved, we'll be inviting everyone over to our Denellen branch office grand opening. So we should be hearing about that shortly, hopefully. As many of you guys probably were, we were like completely shocked by this weekend's events. The chief of police for Ocala, Chief Greg Graham, recently he got his pilot's license, and he was alone and flying a small single-engine plane near Denellen. That was just yesterday morning, and his plane crashed and he was killed. So, I mean, we were all really just, shocked and rocked by that. That's just crazy. I actually thought about getting my pilot's license a few times now, but I think I'm going to hold off on that one for the foreseeable future. So, yeah. Deputy Chief Mike Balkin was asked by the mayor, Kent Gwynn. He's asked him to step in as interim chief. So I've met with Chief Graham in the past. We were trying to work together in my capacity as a property manager on some neighborhoods that had some high crime and some drug issues and stuff that was going on. And, he was super, super nice. It was really nice that he had like an open door policy for people to talk to him about issues and stuff. I kind of got the impression he was a little more too politician-y for me. But that actually really helped recently when all those cities were having riots and stuff because of the George Floyd thing. We were a little worried here in Ocala when we heard there was going to be protesting and possibility of riots and stuff. But because of his actions on that day, we had a really, really peaceful protest. So that was good because I know that the community was really worried. Another horribly tragic death that occurred this week was the unexpected passing of Ellie Trahan. She's a realtor here in Ocala, but let me explain. Ellie she wasn't just a realtor. She was the broker owner of Florida Real Estate and Global Properties, which is it was called Golden Rule, and that really sums up what she lived and what she thought. So, I've volunteered with her. Several other people have volunteered with her. My husband has definitely volunteered with her. She was an active member of the Realtors Association, and she was on committees and volunteered and stuff. And if you volunteered in a committee with Elly Trahan, she expected you to give everything and then some, and she'd hold you to it. And she led by example. She really, really did do all of that. But yeah, apparently she was diagnosed with cancer just a few weeks ago and was just gone that fast. So in the realtor community this week, we're all just kind of in shock that somebody that's just always been such a linchpin in our community is just gone that quickly. So Ellie and Chief Graham are going to be sorely missed here in Ocala this week. So I don't mean to bum you out on a Monday morning. That's like cool and unusual, but I did want to kind of, at least give my thoughts on those. So, okay, so good news this weekend is we have the time change, and I say good news because that means you get an extra hour of sleep. So yes, we are still doing the time change. I'm still not altogether sure why, but we are doing that. So I'm kind of happy that it's the fall one because that gives us an extra hour to sleep in as opposed to the spring one, which kind of, steals an hour of sleep. So I always look forward to fall for this. Fall is my favorite season just because I get an extra hour's sleep and, the weather is so great. So despite all of the sadness over the weekend that we had, I am excited for that and excited for the future. Let's go ahead and check the numbers real quick, and then I will get out of your face. We've got, it looks like, new listings so far this morning. We have 15 new listings. Now remember, that is not just residential, that is commercial, that is leasing, that is vacant land, that's all of that. So 15 new listings so far, but hopefully Mondays later in the day normally that does pick up, because a lot of the realtors were out over the weekend or whatever, and they were getting contracts signed and stuff, and they just haven't put that into the system yet, or sometimes they're not able to. Sometimes it's like done by the brokerage, so that person that puts those in probably hasn't come in yet since it's only 8:30. So as far as sold, we have 8 sold as of today, and pending we've got 15. So we've got 15 new ones coming on, 15 that left, and another 8 that were sold. So yeah, we're still kind of leaning more towards, more going out than coming in, but our market is still not as desperate as it is like over in California and stuff. They've only got about 1 month of supply, whereas we have about 7 weeks. So we are getting towards that, but we're not quite as bad as that yet. So if you are looking to purchase a home, I would still highly recommend it, just because of the interest rates are so incredibly low. So if you get a 30-year mortgage at like 2 or 3%, it's just, in 30 years, it's just going to be laughable how little you paid in interest over the course of that mortgage. It's just crazy. So definitely would recommend doing that, because, the mortgage rates can go nowhere but up at this point. And then also the house prices are still relatively low. A pretty good portion of that is because a lot of the sales are new construction, so the resale value can't go too high, because they are competing resales with brand new construction, which have, brand new roof, brand new everything, and warranties and everything. So, but those prices continue to climb. So if you are considering purchasing a home, I would go ahead and do it as soon as possible. We have seen an absolutely crazy climb, 18% in the last year, as far as an increase in value. So if you were smart enough to purchase a home last year, you have 18% in equity by not doing anything at all but living in it. That's pretty amazing. So yes, definitely. And then again, like I said, if you are considering also selling, this is also a really good time, because again, 18%. We've gone up 18% since last year. So if you were considering selling your house last year, but you went ahead and maybe took it off the market for COVID, or you went ahead and just wanted to do other things or whatever, you're considering putting it on the market, definitely now is the time to do that. We have lots of buyers out there because of the low interest rates, and the market has gone up considerably since last year. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please give me a call and let me know. I love hearing from you. And hopefully, despite all of the sadness over the weekend, you will have a fantastic week. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.